see you all. Todd is hiding a box of donuts there. Please help yourself before you leave. Our first order of business is public comment. It looks to me like Ms. Jake maybe has something for public comment. No. Anyone in the room who has something that they want to share with us, you're welcome to step forward. Jill, you want to lead us off?
Sure. I have a couple of recognitions that I want to highlight this morning. First is for public health. We recently received the President's Award for the community engagement that's been involved, and we have 3 of our employees here, and then I'll read the nomination. Oh, this is a photo. Thank you, Heidi, for putting the photo up. This is a photo of them at Winona State. And so we've got Betsy Zeller, Tracy Finnerty, and Jeff Peterson here to be recognized. And the nominator indicated the partnership between the Winona State University undergraduate nursing program and Winona County Public Health has flourished for 17 years and was developed to address the diverse health needs of the Winona County population while providing nursing students with essential public health clinical experience. The partnership is operationalized through student integration into the daily workflows of the public health nurses. Students do not merely observe. They actively partner with staff to complete in-home visits with various clients throughout the semester. The scope of practice extends beyond individual care to population health management. Students accompany the public health nurse to provide vaccinations within the Amish community, providing a unique cultural experience and assist in administering vaccines at the local middle, and high school. Additionally, students complete a semester-long project designed to identify a specific need or systemic issue with the public health clinical setting and develop a strategic plan to address it. I would like to have Jeff and Tracy and Betsy come on up and share this award, and we're very proud to have them as part of the county and the services they deliver on a daily basis. Anything you guys would like to say or any comments?
Just that the partnership has been way much longer than 17 years. I was here in 2006 as a nursing student, so, and I understand it went beyond that.
20 plus. Yes. Thanks. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Great job, and thanks for being with the county that long.
Thank you to them. And then we have a second one. This was a really good month for Health and Human Services. And I want to ask Amber Pashy, who came to come up and present her nomination she provided for Alyssa Pacell to receive the Minnesota Child Welfare Exemplary Service Award. And so, Amber, I'll turn it over to you.
Alyssa, do you want to join me up here? Assalamu alaikum. Hi, board. My name is Amber Pashi, and I'm an ongoing social worker in the Children and Family Services Unit. The Center for Advanced Studies in Child Welfare honors child welfare professionals who demonstrate outstanding contributions to practice and service. The Child Welfare Exemplary Service Award recognizes professionals who show a strong commitment to family engagement, strengths-based practice, reducing disparities, and using research-informed approaches. Alyssa Pacell, supervisor for the Winona County Children and Family Services Unit, has been selected for this award in recognition of her leadership. Alyssa consistently demonstrates a strengths-based approach in her work with families and staff. Her practice is grounded in social work values like service, dignity, worth of the person, and importance of human relationships. She balances support with accountability in a way that feels respectful and genuine. She never avoids hard conversations and always approaches them with care. Alyssa's not just a great supervisor, but a genuinely wonderful person. She creates a space where staff feel supported while also being encouraged to grow, which strengthens our ability to show up for families in meaningful ways. But what stands out to me most is how she turns her values into action. She recently revamped our screening process to increase diversity in decision-making, helping ensure more equitable and thoughtful outcomes for families. She is also in the process of restructuring our multidisciplinary team meetings to include more community partners to strengthen collaboration between Winona County and the broader community. In addition, she consistently adjusts her approach based on best practice recommendations and evidence-based practice like motivational interviewing and signs of safety. She brings that learning directly into supervision and team practice. And as much as she challenges us to grow and strengthen our practice, she models that same commitment herself. She's currently engaged in leadership coaching and takes time out of her day to continue developing her own skills so she can better support her team. Her leadership reflects integrity and competence, and by investing in her team, she ultimately improves outcomes for children and families. She truly embodies what this Child Welfare Exemplary Service Award represents. Alyssa, you're the kind of supervisor people dream of and the kind of social worker I hope to become. And I feel incredibly lucky to learn from you.
Thank you.
Yes, I just want to say thank you. It was such a great just accomplishment, and I was so pleased to receive it. I'm very thankful for Amber for nominating me for it. And I'm just excited to see where this work keeps going. I think we're in a really, really cool place right now for Children and Family Services with the support from you guys and the community, and we got some good things coming our way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. These are really some awesome people, and we got supporters here too. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amber,
Have a good day.
please tell your parents hi for me.
Yeah.
Been a while.
You should say,
Room of Plenty, shameless plug. Have you heard of it?
no.
It's a free thrift store that I'm part of volunteering in Lewiston. So people donate things. We organize it into like a thrift store, and on Saturday mornings, people can come and shop.
In Lewiston. Awesome.
Lewiston. Follow us on Facebook.
Nice, an ad.
Thank you. So we're going to proceed with public comment. Ms. Strachey, could you introduce yourself and go ahead and share your thoughts?
Yes, I'm Chastity Siraki. I live at 1254 West 3rd Street in Winona. And I am speaking today regarding an item on the Committee of the Board agenda. Commissioners are concerned about House File 5077, which would penalize cities and counties for flying the old Minnesota flag. And from what I understand, you'd like to move this to a regular agenda for discussion about replacing the county's old flags with new flags. I wanted to say, first of all, House File 5077 is stalled in committee. It's not going to be voted on this session, so I don't think there's anything to worry about regarding, well, it's not penalties, it's a restriction in state funding to the county that would happen. Now, personally, I'm not attached to either flag, but I fly the old flag on my garage because I'm against the fact that this was not brought to the voters by a referendum. There have been some state flag changes in recent years other than Minnesota's. And one example is Mississippi. They adopted a new flag in January 2021, but after a voter referendum where the new design was passed with 73% approval rating in November 2020. I would like to see Minnesota do such a thing. I would like to see the county continue to fly the old flag and pass a resolution asking the state to put this on the ballot for the voters. Fillmore, Mower, Brown, and Houston counties all have passed referendums in support of the old flag, as well as many other municipalities. It's less about the design, it's more about lack of voter input. And so I would like for you guys to support that idea rather than paying to change it at the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to share their thoughts? Please introduce yourself to us, tell us where you live, and go ahead.
Hi, my name is Sarah Bertsinger. I actually live over in Pine Island, so about an hour away. But I just wanted to come and introduce myself because I'm running for House District 20B, which is Steve Jacobs' old spot. So I have some contact info for anyone who would like it. And just wanted to say hi and listen in and take part and hear what's going on in Winona and everything. But
Welcome.
thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Is there anyone else? Yep. Hi, Bob. Come on up.
Morning, everyone. Last Wednesday, a big day in the recorder's life. All the recordings in our office that had really piled up from the down days of the cyber attacks were fully recorded and they were returned to the parties. This is beyond 1,000 transactions. In the group were 140 homes, documentation changing ownership. Many of the parties waited additional time because of the delays here, delays that we worked through in the best fashion possible, and we followed state law to the T. I thank my staff for just some excellent work and some long hours. I also thank the title companies, many of them on the phone and online with us, asking how we're doing and just being very gracious. Law offices, lenders, and the public were all included. We had some very, very nice calls, and all of them, to my knowledge, were supportive. So I wanted to let you know that the activity is continuing. There were a number of firms that held documents until we could get through the big bundle we had, and now we're getting those. So the activity continues. I thank you for this time. And again, I sincerely thank the public. We've had some great people to work with in addition to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good,
Bob.
good,
Great
thank you.
job, Bob.
Yeah.
Thank your staff for us as well. Is there anyone else? Administrator Holte, can online people participate
Yes.
this time? Okay, so if anyone is online and wants to share some thoughts during public comment, can they unmute themselves or should they try to text Heidi?
They should be able to unmute themselves.
Okay,
I see a hand up.
nah, that's just the mouse.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna ask two more times. Is there anyone else here in the audience or online that would like to participate in public comment? And for the third and final time, is there anyone here in the audience or online that would like to share some thoughts in public comment? Hearing none, we'll move on. Next item would be the approval of county board minutes.
I'll move to approve item 3.1. Second.
Okay, Commissioner Vagley moves and Commissioner Olson seconds approval of the county board minutes from April 28th, 2026. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Is anyone opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay, consent comments and the approval of the agenda. County Attorney's Office, do you have any adjustments to the agenda?
I would just like to make a comment.
Okay. Commissioner Vagley,
3 comments, please.
Commissioner Olson,
Nothing for me.
Commissioner Ward.
Just a request for individual action, I guess. Comment.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it's a comment.
Yeah.
You can say what you want. Is the County Administrator's Office have any adjustments?
No adjustments.
And I do not. So really all we have is some comments to be added at the end of the agenda.
Right, so move to approve the agenda. as
I'll second
presented.
that.
Okay. Commissioner Ward moves and Commissioner Vagley seconds approval of the agenda with the slight addition of the comments. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
If anyone's opposed, nay. Okay, the agenda is approved. Administrator Holte, could you read the consent business for the record?
I am going to ask Mr. Sonnenfeld to do that.
Great.
Item 5.1, approve conditional use permit for Randy Targison. And item 5.2, approve conditional use permit for Jake and Edna Shelter.
You have to keep going. The rest of them.
You gotta read everything.
Okay.
It's a
5.3.
big job, man.
Yep.
Approve professional services agreement for certified public accountant services. Item 5.4, appoint deputy registrar. Item 5.5, approve resolution to accept 2025 polling place accessibility grant. Item 5.6, approve Recovery Corps program and fee with AmeriCorps to provide assistance with Recovery Corps project coordinators and navigator. Item 5.7, approve resolution and detour agreement 1061986 with MNDOT. Item 5.8, approve 2026 State of Minnesota Federal Boating Safety Supplemental Equipment Grant. Item 5.9, approve resolution for donations received from January 1st, 2026 through March 31st, 2026. Item 5.10, confirm payment of distributions. Item 5.11, approve Parks and Environment Committee outline of operations.
Thank you.
I'll move, go ahead. I'll move to approve the consent items.
And I'll second. And
Did you have some comments?
Yeah, I
Go
would
ahead.
like to make a comment. The gentleman with the conditional use permit is in the audience, and I don't think the other ones with the house, but it's encouraging to see somebody, Mr. We apologize, Tarjison. He's really expanding a business in the rural landscape and a needed business. And it's good to see that somebody is wanting to invest in Winona County and in their business and in their operation. And then again, another house, another residence in the community too. So there is progress being made. So thank you for doing business in Winona County.
Okay, Commissioner Vagley has moved, Commissioner Ward has seconded approval of the consent business as it was read. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
If anyone's opposed, nay. Consent business is approved. So we move on to general business. Item 6.1 is the potential approval of a resolution proclaiming May 13th of 2026 County Law Enforcement Memorial Day, which is a thing that we do every year.
I'll move to approve item 6.1.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Vagley's moved, Commissioner Olson seconds approval of this resolution. Is there any further discussion? Do we typically, after approval, read the proclamation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any further discussion?
Just a question.
Please go ahead.
When is the event by the?
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
It is.
1 o'clock.
That's
Oh,
why I asked you to go to Micah.
Oh, it didn't say here. Does it?
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
it in the
I don't think it
resolution?
does, you know.
I don't think it has a time noted.
I think that Ron was here at the last meeting and announced the time.
Okay, just so the public knows. I
Yes.
mean, it just
So there
hasn't-
is an event tomorrow between the Law Enforcement Center and the courthouse, sort of near the flag, honoring the peace officers, particularly the peace officers who have died in the line of duty here in Winona County. Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone's opposed, say nay. Motion is approved. And the resolution is not too bad, and I will not make you read it, Phil, unless you'd like to.
Go for it.
Resolution 2026. Whereas the 13th of May, 2026 is designated as Winona County Law Enforcement Memorial Day. It is set aside as a day to honor all fallen law enforcement officers. And whereas the well-being of all citizens of Winona County and the United States is preserved and enhanced as a direct result of the vigilance and dedication of law enforcement personnel. And whereas more than 700,000 men and women at great risk to their personal safety presently serve their fellow citizens as guardians of peace. And whereas more than 130 peace officers across the nation were killed in the line of duty in 2025. And whereas all Winona area law enforcement agencies use this day, excuse me, to honor our fallen fellow officers who have made the supreme sacrifice for the citizens of Winona County and the city of Winona. And whereas this day also serves as a reminder of the dangers faced currently serving law enforcement officers in their day-to-day activities. And whereas our officers do not serve in a vacuum, but are assisted in many ways by the citizens of Winona and Winona County. Now, therefore, I, Commissioner Meyer, do hereby call upon all the citizens of Winona County to join area law enforcement agencies in honoring all our fallen officers on Winona County Law Enforcement Memorial Day. And let it be further resolved that I, Commissioner Meyer, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, May 13th, 2026, Winona County Law Enforcement Memorial Day. And thank you to all those in law enforcement.
And it is 1 o'clock tomorrow in between the,
Yes.
yeah, because there was no time listed.
Yep. So I think that covers, we did vote, yeah, okay. So item 6.2, discuss potential moratorium of development of scenic byways. Commissioner Ward, do you want to kick us off?
Yes, this came to light at one of our last planning conditional use permit applications that scenic byways do have a designation in the whole state of Minnesota. And I'm not sure how many miles there are scenic byways, but the thought is that maybe there should be some different setback restrictions that wouldn't impede any view sheds or any opportunities for people. That it does generate, traffic, and it generates tourism and everything. And I think we've the last solar garden does approach the right of way, I think it's right up to the right of way of the county road. And for some people feeling that's maybe a little too close. And of course, on the other side of Apple Blossom, the scenic drive is protected somewhat by the 1 mile and everything. But I'm not sure if all of that is, I guess I would like to maybe at some point look at a map again to see what areas fall into that protection area. And then it butts right up to Houston County too. And I'm not sure what their rules are, regulations, but in Houston County, it's pretty much, I think, within the city of La Crescent. But it's just the idea. And then again, maybe we look at our other parks like Farmers Park, the
Stone Point, Apple
Stone
Blossom.
Point. If there should be, if they're designated parks or certain more lack of term sensitive areas in our county, that maybe we should look at protecting them a little bit more than just the general setback on our zoning ordinance. I'm not sure other people's feelings. But once an application is made, it's too late to do something.
You're right.
So, I mean, and Mr. Lytle, who did the most recent solar, he indicated he is planning to do more development. Now, he didn't allude to what it was or anything, but his land is in that scenic byways area.
I would support more research and more discussion on the proposal. Like Commissioner Ward mentioned, I think we should clarify like what areas this would be impacted in. And Winona County is just plain beautiful, period. But what specifically this would impact. No, I support looking at this issue more closely and then deciding on it later on. Winona County is a unique and special place.
Mr. Olson?
Yeah, I would support further discussion. I think, I've been an advocate for the Highway 61, this corridor, river corridor, and the protection of our bluffs and development. And I would further like to discuss this.
Okay. So I think in order to move out of the regular board meeting, we probably need a motion. Personally, am I right? Administrator Holtby?
Well, it's already in general
This
business.
is under general business, so you can provide a direction.
Yep.
What
Okay,
would
so
you like us to do?
I agree with what has been said. I would like, I think the next step would be to pass it off to our planning staff to answer the questions about where they are and potentially make recommendations for what protections could be provided and maybe what, if any, things other counties are doing about scenic byways. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll have to ask Ross or Eric. There is a process to put, like I say, if we get an application, then it's too late.
Yep.
Then we got to deal with the application with the current rules and regulations. Remind me what the process is to do at least a short-term moratorium or something until we can kind of get an idea what we want to do. And I don't remember what it is.
I believe Attorney Kranz had given some feedback indicating that it was something that the board could choose to do a moratorium until while the subject is studied.
For up to a year.
For up to a year. Yep, I would have to check with Steve or Mr. Kranz.
Yeah.
But he works very closely with the planning and environmental services department. So
Okay.
And am I correct that the moratorium itself would be a zoning ordinance change?
Yeah, it would I don't believe it would require it. Again, that would go to, unfortunately, Steve's not here today.
Yeah,
but,
it's just a pause.
Have it
Yeah.
by the
But-
next meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Because
Could we
the
get
question
clarity?
is, does it, because I know sometimes then zoning changes must go through the planning commission.
Right,
so,
Right, but I guess
probably
I'm not
need-
asking for a zoning change yet.
No, but I think the moratorium thing itself is a zone,
Oh,
is a
Well,
zoning.
we can clarify.
But let's find out.
okay, so that would be next steps, clarify
So-
what the process is.
Your request would be if it needs to go before planning commission, present it to
Yeah,
planning
and-
commission for their recommendation and then bring that back to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
what
that's,
our process would
what's the
be.
process?
Okay.
And I will speak with Attorney Kranz and we'll put together, I know that he emailed you earlier about this issue.
Okay,
And I
Alright.
think also the other question, so Commissioner Vagley said, what's the area? Like, so we understand what's being impacted. Did you, you had raised your hand, so.
We finish committee.
yes,
Okay, so this is Captain Obvious, but I would look forward to comments from the township officers and the rural residents about their thoughts. This should
Sure.
be, I think the staff should spend some time and slowly, not ask them to spend thousands of hours, but just beginning, to slowly look at it and to see if other counties have done this, other areas. I'm guessing other parts of the state may have done this already, but we definitely seek input from the township officers and the rural residents. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that if it is a zoning change, then it requires a public hearing and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I will reach out to the gentleman who at the State Department that's in charge of the scenic
Wonderful.
byways, because I
Good.
said they did a study back in 1999, I think, and they said they were going to upgrade that. So I will reach out to that person and ask where they are in their process.
It's a good idea.
Is that enough
Okay.
for staff?
Yep, we'll put together a summary of the pertinent issues, and we'll also incorporate it into comp plan discussions as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Planning Director Dunsmore. Okay, that is item 6.2. So we are now on to committee reports and communications. So,
Sorry,
please go ahead.
Board Meyer. So we don't need a motion. That's enough.
No,
Perfect.
no,
Okay.
no.
I think, did you have?
I was
something?
going to let Karen go first. Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I just wanted to report back about the law day that we had on April 30th and May 1st. It was our first law day after we closed for COVID. I shouldn't say closed, we were shut down by COVID. It was something we had started back in 2011. And when I say we, it was through our CJCC, Community Outreach and Diversity. And I wanted to thank, first of all, Commissioner Meyer, Chair Meyer. She was one of our
It was fun.
volunteers. Yeah, and it was fun. And I just want to, speaking of Mr. Dunsmore, Mr. Dunsmore.
Hey, hey, Rod.
Dunsmore, your grandson came up to me during my presentation and said, my grandfather works for the county. And so he was very excited to tell me that. And it was just so much, it is fun to have kids come up and but those connections too are pretty cool. So we're looking forward to next year. And in fact, we've already our new court administrator, Ellie Wilkie, has already reserved 3 courtrooms because we're already looking at how to maybe make it flow a little better because we were on a tight schedule.
You know what the days are?
It would probably be May. It's usually the Thursday and Friday around May 1st.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I would recommend volunteering if you can.
Thank you for doing that.
Commissioner Vagley, you're next.
3 things. Last week, the Veteran Services Advisory Committee met. Ms. Holte and I were there. A couple of things. Want to thank Jerry Bigelow for his leadership to create that committee in the first place. Secondly, the committee is seeking input from veterans, and that's going to be an ongoing open process. So people know veterans. Encourage them to go to the county website and take that survey. And then thirdly, one thing that was discussed is the importance of mental health services for veterans. That's something that we might see more about later on. Secondly, I think we all received a letter from Representative Steve Jacobs regarding the act. We don't agree on everything, but I strongly agree with Mr. Jacobs on this issue. I thank him for the letter and for his work to get the state to either fund the state mandate or to remove it from counties because it is an unfunded mandate. And then thirdly, our meetings don't usually fall this close. Yesterday was Statehood Day. Today is Miss Holte's birthday. Yesterday, the state of Minnesota turned 168 years old, just a little bit older than Miss Holte. So that was Statehood Day yesterday, May 11th.
Yeah, really. Should watch it. Okay, Commissioner Ward.
Yeah, cyber, we're all living through the world of cyber and a lot of people, we already commented how one of the college programs was attacked. So at MCIT last Friday, we had quite a discussion about, we do provide insurance for cyber and trying to provide additional insurance. But I did bring up, we had some discussion is, do you spend the money on insurance, which you hope never to have to use, or do you spend the money on software and programs to avoid a cyber attack? So that's something that it's an ongoing discussion. There aren't many companies that provide cyber because, what are you providing? And the limits and the restrictions are a lot, and it's difficult to navigate. But I do want to put out there, even for my neighboring, you know, for the other 81 counties that belong to MCIT, is to think about what you're doing with your money. I mean, is an insurance policy a good thing? Or, you know, should you provide your IT staff with more tools? And we'll go from there. I do agree with the Representative Jacob. I know there's a few things going on, and it's the last week of the legislative session. So if anybody has any issues, they need to contact their legislators. I don't know what's going to happen this last week. It doesn't seem like a whole lot.
think they know.
Much sound and fury signifying.
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, it's our system of justice. And already the political ads are starting. Of course, on network, I get Iowa and Wisconsin and Minnesota ads, and they're all coming fast and furious, and they're all going to solve the world's problems. Election season is getting started. But the flag one, yes, I think it's not an issue for this session. And there was a number of them that were not an issue for this session, but it's hard to keep track of what is an issue for this session. So if you know of something you want us to respond to, please contact us. We still got a few days. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Unless anyone has any other business, and motion to adjourn might be in order.
I'll move. I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Olson moves, Bagley seconds, adjournment. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone's opposed, say nay. Okay, we are adjourned. And we, do you want a break, or do you want to move right into committee of the board?
We could do.
We keep
maybe-
going?
Maybe before the budget.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I apologize. My computer Wi-Fi was not connecting, and it's really confusing the IT folks as well. So it wasn't just me. So I apologize.
You
I'm
got a
not-
lemon, not an apple, huh?
Honestly, I'm not connected. I'm not connected either.
Oh, okay.
But I downloaded the packet, so I don't
Gotcha.
care,
I turned
frankly.
mine off when I came to school.
Yeah, okay. So item 9.1, discuss potential replacement of Minnesota old state flag with new flag. And this would be the first time we've discussed it at this meeting, but it was put on the agenda with a
You
second.
see what I got?
So if it gets 3 votes at this meeting, it could move forward. So,
So we're not going to discuss it much.
right, we're to discuss whether we want to discuss it. So Commissioner Olson, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I have just had some people reach out, and I've asked legal, our county attorney, since the new flag design is designated under statute 1.141, I believe it is, as the official state flag. And that our oath of office is to uphold the Minnesota Constitution, the United States Constitution, and the applicable laws, if we are not obligated therefore to recognize statute 1.141 and display the correct Minnesota flag without any controversy of who chose the flag or how it was chosen, but the fact that the state has designated it is the flag, and we should recognize it as such. I simply look at that flag. So,
So I asked the question, is that a mandate?
Well, and as Commissioner Olson had mentioned, he did reach out to me, and last week was a blur. We had multiple major criminal cases dealing with, and so I also responded to him that it would take some research on that. There's, as I'm sure everybody knows, there are counties, other communities who have kept up the old flag and have passed resolutions to keep it. So I think the issue, and it's kind of sort of, let's let the legislative session close and then look at it. But it should take some research. So, you know, our office would certainly do that. So, because it's what a committee of the board, right? So
Yep.
Yeah.
you're deciding whether you want to.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I took the liberty of ordering this when they changed.
Oh, you didn't order it especially for this meeting?
No. I've had it in my closet since they changed it. I right now with it being a dead issue at the legislature, and I think we got higher priorities. And even for you to spend too much time on researching it, I think it should be very low priority in my opinion. And if it's not take them down then. I mean, if it's not I don't know, is it mandated we have to fly flags on
No.
government property?
No.
No, so we could just, I don't know that I want to do that, but we could just take them down to avoid the.
Well, I would be curious just from a attorney point of view, and I'm nerdy about that, as to how the other communities decided to do that. And
Yeah,
since they're flying the old flag.
Mostly cities, it seems like.
Well, there's some
that
counties too.
Is there some counties too?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
all right.
Commissioner Bagley?
it wouldn't take too long to do that.
I agree with Ms. Saraki that I don't think this is going to happen in the state legislature. And I almost wish this conversation could take place separate from that. I don't want it to be, I don't want that bill to pass. However, I am in favor. It's been 2 years. This is what, the 4th time that the Minnesota state flag has been changed. So I think it is time to make the change. And it will probably change 50, 60 years from now again. Some of us might be around. Ms. Holte will.
Yeah.
You will be around.
Remember you do age well.
And Mr. Rocky made a good point about Mississippi. In that case, though, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe I'm wrong, in Mississippi's case, they were still flying the state flag that had the Confederate symbol in it 150 years later. And so I think that that's kind of a unique case, that they were looking for more widespread support about that extremely controversial flag. But I'm generally in support of referendums. But in this case, I think that I do support that two years later, separate from whatever happens in St. Paul, that it's time to change the flag.
I am insulted by our state legislators, whoever, and I didn't look who put this bill out there, that they want to threaten us with funding or changing funding or anything because of this issue. I mean, again, don't we have higher priorities in this great state of Minnesota than somebody picking that? And it took time, it took staff time to write it and go through and do all those things. So seriously, whoever, I have to look up, maybe I'll contact them personally, that I am insulted as a county commissioner. I feel it as a threat that, if I don't fly something, if it's not, especially if it's not mandated or anything, that you would, cut funding or restrict funding for the job you tell us to do. That is a slap in the face.
So you could update your wardrobe at least.
I know. T-shirts, I'll do most anything for a T-shirt. I got quite a collection.
So I will be,
Collectible.
I'm happy to be a third vote to move it forward to have a conversation. I do not want to make it a big deal. I agree with you, Commissioner Ward. I do feel that that's a lame threat to make against counties. We have enough problems the way it is, so.
So do you need a motion, Ms. Holte, or is that?
Nope, I
Okay.
have what I need to move forward.
Well, wait, do we have 3?
Yep.
Okay, I'm against it. So.
I appreciate that. So moving on to item 9.2, discuss future agenda item regarding data centers. This is Commissioner Ward and Commissioner Bagley.
Yeah, I guess that's a big unknown. I know there's communities, and I think we need to have some, again, discussion as to, again, and if my concern is if somebody comes and applies for something, we have no specifics to data centers. I know they're as close as Pine Island. I'm not sure where that's moving to. I had heard that the city of Harmony had been approached by one. I haven't heard of any others.
Menominee, Wisconsin, which is also close.
Okay, all right, and such. And it's interestingly enough, I think the president and a whole group are going to China, and AI and data is going to be a big topic. China wants to come here and build huge facilities. I don't know, Elon Musk is going with him. I suppose he wants to build something big over in China and such, but it is a global issue. And I don't know if we're ready to deal with it. And that's my concern, is that we have some discussion and have some perimeters to know what we're dealing with.
Mr. Bagley.
Strongly support what Commissioner Ward is saying. I would like to, especially if other counties in the state or around the country have already found a way to say no, thank you, ahead of time. I'd like to see, I don't want the staff again to spend 1,000 hours, but hopefully there is something that already might exist. We go through the public process, public hearings, et cetera. But I strongly agree that Winona County should say not welcome when it comes to data centers. not the technology in general, but to specifically what has been happening in other parts of the country, because often when the public becomes aware of it, it's almost too late because of all the non-disclosure. And I think that's important to add too, is that not that we would not sign, or hopefully any city would not sign a non-disclosure agreement, so they can't publish. This should be a public discussion.
Mr. Olson?
Yeah, I think a lot of the land use discussion regarding them of the use of groundwater for cooling and enormous consumption of electricity for cooling of the units is something that we should be concerned with.
Mr. Ward.
There is, I want to say, is it Stearns? It's somewhere county just north and west of the metro area. They're greatly embracing it. They want them to come because they see it as a huge tax revenue and everything. But so I don't, we should ask for some of their research, how they came to that conclusion. I'm not sure if it's a full-blown go-ahead build or if it's just still in a discussion phase. But Chris Meslet, that county, they're really wanting a data center. Is it Sherburne? Maybe it's Sherburne.
It's also on the southeast side of the Twin Cities, also a large controversy in there as well.
Yeah.
So this is our first conversation.
Yep.
It sounds like
Three.
I support having a full-blown conversation about it. So I think everyone is in support of that. So
So
we will
we
put
would
it
ask
on an
staff to maybe gather some
information and
examples.
put it on a regular agenda. I mean, I think it might be worthwhile to wait until after the end of session. Because I think there have been some bills proposed at the state level to try and do some regulation. So it might be good to be informed by those first.
And that ends
Monday.
Sunday night?
Sunday night,
Yeah.
at midnight. They'll probably have, they might have a special session. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think there's I don't think there's a lot of support that will happen, but yeah, we'll find out. Okay.
Yep.
So, I'm going to adjourn the committee of the board and we can have a 5-minute break until we go to budget.
Thank you.
Downstairs, I'm checking my.
Yeah, good luck.
Welcome.